In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create a macro in Excel VBA from scratch. Start by opening Excel along with the workbook you want to work in. Once it's open, click File in the top left corner, then click Options at the bottom of the left sidebar. The Excel Options window will appear. In the left sidebar, click Customize ribbon. Now look at the right-hand list under Main tabs, and tick the checkbox next to Developer. Click OK in the bottom right corner. You should now see a Developer tab in the main ribbon, sitting between View and Help. Next, click the Developer tab in the ribbon. On the far left of the Developer ribbon, click Visual Basic, or press Alt plus F11 on your keyboard. A separate Microsoft Visual Basic for Applications window will open. This is the VB editor. In the project pane on the left, right-click the line that says VBAProject. Hover over Insert in the menu that appears, then click Module. A blank white code window will open on the right titled Module 1 Code. This is where you write the macro. Click inside the empty code window on the right. Type the first line to name the macro by entering Sub FormatSalesReport with open and closed parentheses. Press Enter, and the editor will automatically add nsub on a line below. Your cursor will sit on the blank line between them. On that blank line, type the first action to bold the header row. Enter range, open parentheses, quote A1:D1, quote close parentheses, .font.bold equals true. Press Enter and type the next line to color the header background blue. Enter range, open parentheses, quote A1:D1, quote close parentheses, .interior.color equals RGB, open parentheses, 68, 114, 196, close parentheses. Press Enter and type the next line to make the header text white. Enter range, open parenthesis, quote A1:D1, quote, close parenthesis, .font.color equals RGB, open parenthesis, 255, 255, 255, close parenthesis. Press Enter and type the next line to AutoFit the column widths. Enter columns, open parenthesis, quote A:D, quote, close parenthesis, dot. AutoFit. Press Enter and type the final line to show a confirmation message. Enter MsgBox followed by a space in the words Report, formatted in quotation marks. Now, save the workbook as macro enabled. Press Ctrl plus S while the VB editor is still focused. If Excel jumps back to the worksheet with a Save As prompt, make sure the Save As Type dropdown shows Excel macro enabled workbook with the .xlsm extension, then click Save. If a prompt warns you about privacy settings or macro content, click OK. The title bar will still show your workbook with the .xlsm extension, meaning it's saved and ready to run. If this helped, hit like and subscribe for more quick tutorials. Now let's run the macro. Switch back to the Excel worksheet by pressing Alt plus F11 to toggle, or by clicking the Excel icon in the taskbar. Click the Developer tab in the ribbon. Click Macros, which sits just to the right of Visual Basic. In the Macro dialog, click your macro name in the list, which is FormatSalesReport. Then click Run on the right. The header row will instantly turn blue with bold white text. The columns will resize to fit their content, and a small dialog will pop up saying Report Formatted. Click OK to dismiss it. Row 1 of your worksheet now has a blue fill, bold white text, and all 4 columns are sized to their widest value. You've just written and run your first VBA macro from scratch. If you'd like, you can also add a button on the sheet to run the macro. Click the Developer tab in the ribbon, then click Insert in the Controls group. Under Form Controls, in the top row of icons, click the first one, which is the button Form Control icon. Click and drag on an empty area of the sheet, for instance over cells F1 to G2, to draw the button. When you release the mouse, the Assign Macro dialog will open. Click the macro name, FormatSalesReport, then click OK. The button will appear with the default label, Button 1. Right-click it, choose Edit Text, and replace the label with the words Format Report. Click anywhere outside the button to finish. Click the button, and the macro will run again.